So this video is putting together the ramp for the shed. I had done the frame beforehand and cut the deck boards to length. All of that off camera. This video is showing putting all of that together. I had the deck boards just sitting on the frame and the frame just sitting there roughly. So the first step was taking them off and setting them aside. The overall objective was to get the deck boards to get as low and as close to the concrete to start up the ramp as possible, and tucked completely under the door jamb as tight as possible. So here we're just going through the process, painful as it was, of lifting, positioning, raking, moving gravel around, putting it down, repositioning, just to get it the best we could. I used a small scrap piece of decking just to check fit up against the door sill. Once the deck frame was in position, we put the deck boards back on and push them all the way to the front, knowing that we're going to put a little space in between them as we go. Once all the boards were in and pushed completely forward to the shed, I pulled the first board back to get as close to the concrete as possible. So because the existing concrete had a curve in it, a corner, I overlapped the concrete a little too much, or I'd have to pull it way back from the concrete on the other edge. So after some positioning and just scoping it out, I just take the flush cut trimmer and I trim out that little bottom corner of the deck board. So next we just make sure that the first board is even relative to the shed and the spacing of the other boards, and then screw it in. We chose on the actual ramp part that had a slope to not put any space in between the deck boards. So then we also pre-drilled. So what you see is pre-drilling and then screwing in the deck boards. We just did this process until we got to the last board. Frankly, we did it as quickly as possible because it was getting hot. So we worked out a system where Jack was pre-drilling, I was putting the screws in, and we were working back and forth. So one of our dogs views our existence as entirely facilitating their addiction to Frisbee. So during this whole process, we have to give attention to throwing Frisbee repeatedly and constantly.